43. Lingam trividham. Anvaya vyatireki, kevala anvayi, kevala vyatireki cha. Anvayena व्यतिरेकेन च व्याप्तिमत अन्वय व्यतिरेकी यथा वह्नौ साध्ये धूमवत्वम यत्र धूमः तत्र अग्निः यथा महानसा इति अन्वय व्याप्तिः यत्र वह्निर्नास्ति तत्र धूमोऽपि नास्ति यथा महाह्रदः इति व्यतिरेक व्याप्ति अन्वय मात्र व्याप्तिकम केवल अन्वयी यथा घटो विधेयः प्रमेयत्वात् पटवत् अत्र प्रमेयत्व अविधेयत्वयोः व्यतिरेक व्याप्तिर्नास्ति सर्वस्यापि प्रमेयत्वात् अविधेयत्वात् च व्यतिरेक मात्र व्याप्तिकम केवल व्यतिरेकी यथा पृथिवी इतरेभ्यो विद्यते गंधवत्वात् यद इतरेभ्यो न विद्यते न तद्गंधवत् यथा जलम न च इयं तथा तस्मात् न तथा अत्र यद गंधवत् तद इतर भिन्नम इति अन्वय दृष्टान्तो नास्ति पृथ्वी मात्रस्य पक्षत्वात्. Okay, so this we have to understand now. I say that from dhuma, jnana, I can go to vanhi jnana. This is the process, na? So by knowing the dhuma, I will know vanhi. Because there is a relationship between dhuma and vanhi. Dhuma and vanhi, they are together. Same adhikarana. Samana adhikarana. Samana adhikarana. And so there is relationship called samanadhikaranya. This is the relationship which exists in dhuma. This is related like this, always. So many cases you have seen that you have seen. So you have seen yatra yatra dhuma tatra tatra vanhi. Yatra yatra dhuma tatra tatra vanhi. In n number of cases you have seen. So there is a relationship between dhuma and vanhi. What kind of relationship is this? Samanadhikaranya, being located in the same locus. Co-location. Sharing one and the same locus. This is a relationship. We share one and the same locus. This relationship is Vyapti. This is Vyapti. So when we demonstrate, we say yatra dhumah tatra vanni yatha mahanasa. Example. And again we test to confirm that this relation is invariable. There is not a single exception to this. How do you do? In a negative, this is positive way. In a negative way also we say, yatra dhumah nasti, we don't say. Yatra vannihi nasti tatra dhumah nasti. For example, Hrada. Example. Is not so? Why do we do like this? So now the author is telling you, this is your Hetu. Hetu has got another name called Linga. So Hetu and Linga is the same. Linga is a mark. The mark of Dhuma tells me that there will be fire on the mountain. It's a mark. It's a linga. It's a chinna. You see? Indicator that there will be Banni in the mountain, on the mountain. So, why do we test not like yatra dhumah tatra vanni, yatra dhumah nasti tatra vanni nasti? Why do we not do this? Because you concentrate on this. Suppose if you replace vanni by dhuma, so say yatra dhumah nasti tatra vanni nasti. Is it a fact? So dhuma has invariable relationship with vanni and not the other way around. So by knowing vanni, I cannot know dhuma. There is no guarantee. Some cases may be together. But what I said, not a one case of exception will do. That will not be invariable relationship. So make this relationship invariable, I have to test in this way. Yatra dhumah tatra vanni. Correct? No problem. Yatra vannir nasti tatra dhumah nasti is also a fact. And this also tells the relationship between dhuma and vanni. So both way I tested. So a linga, now he is classifying linga. In this case, it will be something like this. This is called Anvaya Vyapti. I had told you earlier also, I think, Vyatireka Vyapti. the relationship, the negative, the positive concomitants, and negative concomitants. Concomitant is a relationship, negative concomitants. So this kind of demonstration of relationship is called Vyatireka Vyapti. And this kind of demonstration of relationship is called Anvaya Vyapti. So in some cases, like Dhuma, Dhuma is a linga here, Dhuma is a Hetu here. So in some case of a Hetu, in some case of a linga, we can demonstrate both ways. But this is not possible in all cases. Those cases he is going to tell us. And therefore he is going to divide the linga into three types. One kind of a linga is like this, like Dhuma. So this is an area of Dhuma, and this is the bigger circle is the area of Vanni. Now you repeat this. So yatra Dhuma is here, no? So yatra Dhuma tatra Vanni, because this area Vanni also is there. Now if I say yatra Dhuma nasti, if I say, why I cannot say now you see, yatra Dhuma nasti, tatra Vanni nasti, will it be a fact? Here Dhuma is not there, but Vanni is there. Vanni is there. So I should say, now this I can say, yatra Vanni nasti, where should I say? Point out? Outside this area. So here, this one, these cases, all other cases other than these cases. So here Vanni is not there. Is Dhuma there? No. So fact, it's a fact. Therefore, I can test in this way. And yesterday, day before yesterday, I told you, that it is humanly impossible to visit all cases of Dhuma. Is it possible to observe? Jayanta Bhatta in Nyayamanjari, he points out that suppose you have decided, no, I will visit the whole universe. He makes the discussion so lively. He says, okay, I have decided, I have no other work, but I will solve this problem. That wherever there is smoke, there is fire. If this is true or not, I will go and make observations. He says, the moment you go to another room, some boy will come and create a Dhuma here. So you have checked this room. So there is a Dhuma, there is Vanni. And okay, now you are going to check another room. So the moment you leave this room and go to another room, a boy enters into this room. And you have checked now, your list is there. So okay, Karnataka Sanskrit University, room number so and so. Okay, checked. Yatra Dhuma, tatra Vanni. He goes out and another Dhuma is created here. For you everything has been checked, no? So it is checked. But have you checked? Is this possible? So don't be mad. You cannot check like this. you develop logic, you develop method by which you can rest assured. Even if you do not visit all smokes, all fires, still you can claim that there is an invariable relationship between smoke and fire. How? This is the way. You test few cases, yatra yatra dhuma, tatra tatra vanni, okay. Now you test this. Yatra yatra vannir nasti, tatra tatra dhuma api nasti. If both are facts, be sure that there is vyapti in dhuma. That is, dhuma is related invariably to fire. So dhuma is vyapya. Now you can see this is called vyapya, and vanni is vyapaka. Vyapaka always has got the wider area. That is why it is called vyapaka. And vyapya has a smaller area. But it is not always the case. And therefore, he is going to classify linga into three categories. One will be this kind of picture, that one area is small, the other area is big. So bigger area is a vyapaka, smaller area is vyapya. Here the dhuma is vyapya, vanni is vyapaka. Okay. But maybe some another area where the area of the sadhya. So this is hetu, no? And this is sadhya. So sometimes you will find that the area of hetu and the area of sadhya is one and the same. He will give case. He will give a case. You will also find that the area of hetu and the area of the sadhya is one and the same. There is a concentric circle where the area is one and the same. Such cases also you will be found. Therefore, let us classify linga into three categories. One category is called अन्वय व्यतिरेकी. अन्वय व्यतिरेकी हेतु. टू केवल अन्वयी हेतु. And three, kevala vyatireki. Hetu. Okay. We are showing this relationship between dhuma and vanni. It is not the case that always we are going to infer fire and from dhuma. We may be inferring some other thing, and the hetu will be something different. That may be two different realities. Here the two realities are dhuma and vanni, and their relationship is of this kind. But it is not the universal relationship of all sadhya and all hetu, because we will be inferring different things at different occasions. So taking into account all the reality into consideration, we may find a case which is like this. We may also find a case which is like this. Another case I am going to present to you, then you realize. This case, this is required. Both tests are available to you to test here. Here you can have Anvaya Vyapti also and Vyatireka Vyapti also. Both you can test. In the case of the reality, dhuma. But all are not like dhuma. Because all that you are not going to infer only dhuma, no, only vanni. No. You have some other case. For example, you want to establish that the sound is eternal. Sound is eternal. And you will be giving some ground. That ground will not be dhuma only. Some other ground he will be giving. That ground will be some another reality. So, the mark that you are going to choose, the hetu that you are going to choose, is a part of a reality. And the relationship between this reality and this reality will be like this, where we can test this also, we can test this also. But always this is not going to be the case. For example, let me first mention that case. Ghato videya prameyatva. Now see, this is another case. Inference number 2. Inference number 1, parvataha vanniman dhumavatvat. We all are familiar. And this is the case. Another is, one can also infer ghataha abhidheyaha. And hetu is prameyatvat. By the way, the hetu is put in the Panchami Vibhakti in Sanskrit. Hetu you will find mentioned in ablative case, because of this. And because of this, in this sense, Sanskrit grammar provides Panchami Vibhakti. So, hetu is mentioned in Panchami Vibhakti. So, dhumavatvat earlier, prameyatvat, this is also Panchami Vibhakti. Ramat, Devat, Grihat, Devalayat, like that. Okay. So here, now you should tell me something what you have learned. Convert it, no? Convert it in the form of Parvata Vanniman. Convert it. So convert this into Ghataha Avidheya Tvavan. So what is sadhya? This is sadhya. Paksha, ghata. So ghata is paksha and sadhya is avidheya. This is sadhya. And hetu prameyatva. These are all known to you. I am examining now. Examination of understanding. In this is an inference now. So I am not inferring here fire. I am inferring what? Abhidheyatva means what? Nameability. Nameability. And prameya means knowability. Knowability. So ghata has nameability because it has knowability. That's all. In English, how will you put it? Ghata. Now you just follow strictly the language. Parvata. So ghata possesses one nameability because it possesses prameyatva, knowability. Prameya means prama vishaya, that which is the content of prama. The world is real or unreal according to Nyaya? Real. Why it is real? It is the content of prama. Because it is prama vishaya. Because it is prameya. So prama vishaya is prameya. Brahma cannot be vishaya. Brahma cannot be vishaya. So I do not know what should I call it. I do not know simply. If it is not prama vishaya, I do not know. So avang manaso gochara. Anyway. So clear? What is sadhya? Avideyatva. What is hetu? What is paksha? Fine. Now, we want to know whether prameyatva is a sadhetu or not. What is the method? Whether it has got vyapti or not. What kind of vyapti now? Apply this. Anvaya vyapti and vyatireka vyapti. Try. You try, then I will come to help you. So how should you test? Yatra yatra prameyatvam tatra tatra. Correct or no? Correct. So number one, anvaya vyapti is applied. Apply vyatireka vyapti. Shruti, tell me. Now, second one you have to apply, no? Nasti. Give an example. No, first one you can, any example you give, no? First one, any example you do, ghata, pata, anything, whatever is nameable is knowable. So wherever there is nameability, there is knowability. Example, table, chair, fruit, raster, etc., anything. Now second one you give me, wherever there is no nameability. She got it. So wherever there is no nameability, there is no knowability. For example, gone now. But it is a correct case. So we have to create a hetu of a different category which will satisfy only this and not both. Because no reality is known which is not nameable and which is not knowable. Apply this case here. Given a case here where there is no avideyatva, you present a case, a reality, where there is no nameability. You have to give a case. You see, you cannot give me avastu now. So this hetu is called kevala anvayi. It can satisfy only one way of vyapti. That is anvaya vyapti. So now you got your answer to your question. that it is not that all cases will be like this only. Some cases will be like this. So the avidheyatva and geyatva is the same circle, have merged into one. And therefore the case is true. Inference is true. Because it has merged, the inference is true. But so prameyatva has vyapti. Otherwise it cannot be true. So it has vyapti, but vyapti of which type? Anvaya vyapti. So some reality will like this, when you will be presenting as a ground, as a hetu, will not require both to be tested. One, because you cannot test this. You have to test this, but this must be tested. Because the reality is now like that. Hetu has to be real, no? So avidheya, prameyatva is reality. And that reality cannot be put under like this. It has to be put like this. So the area of prameyatva and the area of avidheyatva, one and the same. So I can say yatra yatra prameyatvam, tatra tatra avidheyatvam. Yatra yatra. The reverse also is true. I can say ghataha prameyaha. And hetu I can give avidheyatva. I can also say like that. Ghataha prameyaha. Ghata is knowable because it is nameable. Because it is the same circle. So this pervades this pervades this. So a reality when you are presenting as a ground, that reality has a relationship with the sadhya of this kind. And this kind of relationship is covered by the first method of testing. Yatra yatra hetu tatra tatra sadhyam. Okay? Okay. So now with this, at least two, 3 lines we can read, and now I think there will be no problem for you to understand. Lingam trividham. Now you see. Anvaya vyatireki, kevala anvayi, kevala vyatireki. Kevala vyatireki I will explain afterwards. Anvayena, that anvaya vyapti. Vyatirekena cha, that which has vyapti will be called anvaya vyatireki. So dhuma is anvaya vyatireki linga. So dhuma is the hetu which satisfies both the concomitances. Anvaya vyapti also and vyatireka vyapti also. Yatha, he gives an example. Yatha, vanho sadhye, when vanhi is the sadhya and dhuma bhattva, that is dhuma is the hetu. Then you can say yatra dhumaha tatra agnihi yatha mahanasaha iti anvaya vyapti. You got. You can also say yatra vanhir nasti tatra dhumopi nasti yatha mahahradaha iti vyatireka vyapti. So dhuma can satisfy both the relationship, both way relationship, positive concomitance, negative concomitance. But when anvaya matra vyaptikam kevala anvayi, only one way relationship can be demonstrated, such a hetu will be called kevala anvayi. For example, yatha ghataha avidheyaha prameyatvat patavat atra prameyatva avidheyatvayoh vyatireka vyaptir nasti. You cannot say yatra avidheyatvam nasti tatra prameyatvam nasti. because everything is included prameya, reality. Sarvasyapi prameyatva. The entire universe is prameya according to the system. So there is nothing called aprameya, prameya, tva abhavavat. And so there will be no example available. And so everything, so I had told you, the claim of reality, that which is knowable and that which is nameable is real. So nameability and knowability are the criteria of claiming reality in this system. So the whole universe is knowable, whole universe is nameable. So I can establish, I can infer from knowability to nameability, from nameability to knowability, both ways. So this is the relationship here, and not that relationship. So here only Annoya Vyapti is possible, Vyatireka Vyapti is not possible. So in this world, you may come across such a situation that you will infer from Dhuma to Banni. You may also come across another situation where you will infer nameability from knowability. The earth is different from non-earth. Earth is different from non-earth, that which is not earth, because it has smell. Earth is different from non-earth because it has smell. It has a smell, gandha. Gandha is where? Only in the earth. So earth will be different from everything that is not earth. So this is a valid inference. So now first is what is? You convert it in the form of Parvato Vanniman. I itara vedavati. Gandhavatva. So what is Paksha? What is Sadhya? This is Paksha, this is Sadhya, and this is Hetu. Gandhavatva means Gandha. Gandha Sadhya is Itara Bheda. Now this is a correct case, varied case, because Gandha does not exist in any other dravya. Gandha exists only in the earth. So Prithvi is different from all that is not earth. Itara means Prithvi Itara. Itara means other. Other means other from Prithvi. Other, whatever is other than Prithvi. The rest. Except Prithvi, everything. So Prithvi is different from everything except Prithvi, other than Prithvi, because it has smell. It's correct. Both are reality. Hetu is what? Gandha. Gandha is a reality. Bheda is also a reality. What is Bheda? Abhava. Abhava is of two kinds. Samsarga bhava and anunya bhava. So Bheda is anunya bhava. X is not Y. That Bheda. So from one reality to another reality, we can infer. For inference, what is required? Hetu should have vyapti. Vyapti, either anvaya vyapti or vyatireka vyapti. Apply. Apply first one. Yatra yatra gandha tatra tatra itara bhedaha. Can you demonstrate? Give an example, no? If gandha does not exist any other place than Prithvi, can you give an example? So here, Anvaya Vyapti is not applicable. In that case, earlier case, what was not applicable? Vyatireka Vyapti was not applicable. Now here, Anvaya Vyapti is not applicable. But Vyatireka is applicable. You try. Yatra yatra itara bhedaha nasti. Where? In water, in air, in everywhere. Tatra tatra gandho nasti. It's true. Jala is Prithvi itara, no? So in Prithvi itara, there cannot be Prithvi itara bheda. Problem. Clear, no? Any problem anywhere? Again going somewhere. It exists in Prithvi. You are not supposed to bring any other thing. You have to talk only this line. What is your Hetu? Gandha. So, yatra yatra gandha. Tatra tatra itara bheda. This will be Anvaya Vyapti. Give an example. So, this is the universe. That is Prithvi. Itara is this. This is Prithvi. And Prithvi Itara, the whole Vishwa. True or not? So, yatra, now I should give example. This is Paksha. So, you cannot give example. Paksha cannot be example. Yeah. You have to give example other than the Paksha, no? Parvataha Vanniman Dhumat. what did you do there? Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vannihi yatha mahanasa. Is not so? Yatra yatra avidheyatvam or yatra yatra prameyatvam tatra tatra avidheyatvam yatha ghataha, pataha, anything. So if it is ghata, pata you give example. Ghata is paksha. Then pata give an example. But also is a prameya, no? So prameyatva there in prameya. And avideyatva is there. So paksha cannot be given as example. You have to give an example to demonstrate the relationship other than paksha. So here Prithvi is paksha. And Gandha is only here. The rest, Gandha does not exist. So can you give example? Not getting. Entire Prithvi is the paksha. You have to give an example other than the paksha. Example where Hetu exists and Sadhya exists. Is not so? Anvaya vyapti. Yatra yatra gandhaha tatra 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 itara bheda. Itara is this. Itara bheda is in Prithvi. Perfectly all okay. So it is a correct case, no? Inference is correct. So if inference is correct, then the Hetu will have vyapti. Which kind of vyapti? Anvaya does not work. Then Vyatireka. So now yatra yatra sadhyam nasti tatra tatra hetu nasti, you should say. What is sadhya here? Itara bheda is sadhya. Itara bheda is not where? Here. Gandha also is not here. Itara, this is itara. Prithvi itara bheda will be here. Not P. Not P is P. So this is how we do. So Prithvi itara bheda Prithvi. So it's the correct case. So Anvaya vyapti does not work. If Anvaya vyapti does not work, whether Vyatireka vyapti does work or not, yes, it works. So what is the Vyatireka vyapti? Yatra sadhyam nasti tatra hetu nasti. Sadhya is bheda. Itara bheda. Kutra nasti? Atra nasti. Gandhopi atra nasti. So sadhya is not here. Hetu also is not here. So this is applied. So vyapti is there. So when such inferences are to be made, then the Hetu belongs to that category. Now you have to classify the Hetu. That Gandha is the Hetu. Gandha is the Hetu which can be classified as Kevala Vyatireki. Third variety. This Hetu is Kevala Vyatireki. It can have only Vyatireka Vyapti. Therefore, inference is correct. So, in this universe, we will have three types of cases for inference. Type number 1, where the hetu can be called anvaya vyatireki. What is the case? Parvataha Vanniman Dhumat. So, the Hetu Dhuma can be classified under this classification. So, Dhuma has Vyapti, both Vyapti, Anvaya Vyapti also, Vyatireka Vyapti also. Then you will have another case type of inference where the Hetu will have only Anvaya Vyapti and cannot have Vyatireka Vyapti. For example, there, Ghataha Avidheya Prameyatvat. So, yatra yatra Prameyatvam, tatra tatra Avidheyatvam. Correct? But yatra avidheyatvam nasti, tatra prameyatvam nasti, I cannot demonstrate. I have no example. Because the whole universe is prameya and avidheya. So, I will have to classify hetu as kevala anvayi hetu. Clear? And I will have another case where Anvaya Vyapti is not possible. Only Vyatireka Vyapti is possible. Such Hetu will be called Kevala Vyatireki. That's all. So, we will be doing inference in this way. Vyatireka matra vyaptikam kevala vyatireki. A hetu which can satisfy only vyatireka vyapti is the kevala vyatireki hetu. Yatha. पृथिवी इतरेभ्यः विद्यते. पृथिवी भिद्यते इतरेभ्यः. पृथिवी इतरेभ्यः. All that is different from Prithvi. Here also you should know that the difference of each thing, object, is in the throughout universe. Mutual absence. This is different from anything and everything in this universe. So, tad bhinna whole universe. Bhinna this. So, tad bhinna bhinna. So, if tat is this bhinna is that everything other than this pain. Anything and everything. And if I add one more bhinna, then what will be the result? Tad bhinna bhinna. So Prithvi Itara. Prithvi Itara is this whole universe. And Prithvi Itara Bhinna is Prithvi. So Bhinna means what? We will Bhedavat. Bhinna means Bhedavat. That which has Bheda. So Prithvi Itara Bhedavati. Prithvi is Strilinga. So Parvataha Manniman. Here it Parvata is Punglinga, masculine. Prithvi is feminine. So we say Bhedavati. Prithvi Bhedavati. Why? Gandhavatvat. Because it has Gandha. Small things, If it is not clear, it remains all through your. Maybe small thing. Bhinna, sir. You are telling Bhedavati, it is different. Bhinna means because there is Bheda, therefore it is Bhinna. Why it is Bhinna? Because it has Bheda. So Prithvi Itara Bheda is in Prithvi. So how is Prithvi? Prithvi Itara Bhedavati. Like that. Okay. One more point I clarify, otherwise it will remain with you. Gandhavatvat, I say Gandha. Dhumavatvat, I say Dhuma. Why? So you learn that also a little. Now I can remove all this. Clear? You have to do practice. Nastyeva, nastyeva, nastyeva gatiranyatha. Kalau Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Kalau nastyeva, nastyeva, nastyeva gatiranyatha. You have to do Nama Japa. He is doing. So you have to do this Nama Japa. Abhyasa, punah abhyasa. Exclusive and difference cannot be identical. You can say exclusive Parmanu may be exclusive. For that you have Vishesha. So one is Bhinna, no doubt. One Paramanu is another Paramanu. But you should say exclusively, exclusive. It will differentiate. It will require Bheda, no doubt. Bheda is implied. So whether these two can be synonymous, think over it. If, So for example, in Vyapara we did that Z should satisfy two conditions. So if and only if, Z satisfies the two conditions, then Z can be called the function of X. There we can use this. But here it is a common notion that anything is different from all that is it not. So duster is different from all that is not a duster. That idea is Bheda. So perhaps for conditioning I am not using this. And when I say if and only if, implies some condition. No, it's not tautological. You have to say that this is different. The moment you say it is different, means it has Bheda. Bheda from what you have to tell? Bheda from all that what it is not. That is the idea. The Vedanti will be happy. Kalpana Jala. God. On the board it was all Kalpana Jala. Clean. Yeah, you wanted what? In other words, when you will have no example to other than Paksha to give, all such cases will come under this. When you have accepted definition of an entity, no? So that entity you will be using as a Hetu or a Paksha. So the moment you use such an entity as a Paksha, now example you will not get from outside. So this will fall under this category. So it is not that there is only one case. It is only one case is not the case. So I say Parvataha Vandiman Dhuma Vatvat. Now this Dhuma Vatvat, so the structure of this construction is Dhuma plus Vat plus Tva. Dhuma and Dhuma Vat. Vat means a possessive suffix, tu pratyaya. Possessive suffix. Is this when we are adding this possessive suffix to this noun, Dhuma, then we are creating a Pratipadika, a stem, which may be called Vishishta. So it means Dhuma Vishishta. Dhumavat means Dhuma Vishishta, possessing Dhuma. Are you getting me? So this means Dhuma Vishishta. Dhuma Vishishta. Now I am adding Tva to this. Tva is an abstraction, abstract suffix. Bhava Pratyaya. We call it. Bhava Vachaka Pratyaya. Bhava Pratyaya. Pratyaya means suffix. a suffix which expresses state. So, state of possessing smoke. The state of possessing smoke. And that state is what? The smoke. So, we made a general rule. Vishishtat bhava pratyaya visheshanam abhidhatte. This is the rule. This is generalization we made. So, after a Vishishta Vachaka Pratipadika, a Pratipadika, now Pratipadika is Dhuma. What is the Pratipadika? Pratipadika means a stain. In Sanskrit, when you say Ramaha, so it has a Pratipadika. This is the stain. And then after that you add a suffix. Nominative singular you have prepared. So this is Pratipadika. So here the Pratipadika is Dhuma Vat is the Pratipadika. And after Dhuma Vat, I am adding a Tva suffix, Bhavavachaka. So Vishishtat Bhava Pratyaya. Then what will be the meaning of that? Visheshanam will be the meaning. Now Vishishta, then this is Visheshana, no? This is Visheshana and then whole thing becomes Vishishta. So what is Visheshana here? Dhuma. So result will be Visheshana. Now suppose I ask you to request the sannyasin to enter the hall. Dandin. Dandin is the sannyasin. So danda. So this is what? Danda plus in. This is also possessive suffix. And then it has become dandin. So this is Vishishta. And then I ask you to add tva. So suppose, I ask you to request there are many people sitting there and one is Dandin. And I ask you to request him to enter into the hall. What will be looking for? Danda. So Danditva, if I say, you will be looking for Danditva. Which state has made that person Dandi? Danda. So Danditva, the Tva when I add to this, then meaning is this. Danda. Because Danda is Visheshana. That is the distinguishing entity which will distinguish that man from all others who do not have Danda in their hand. When I say Raktam Pushpam Anaya, bring the red flower. There are many colored flower there. So Rakta, Raktam, Rakta means Rakta, color, isn't it so? Tad Vishishta, Rakta Roop Vishishta, has been added. Another pratyaya. Okay. Rakta, actually Rakta means guna and also guni. So when it is guni, then guna vishishta. So Rakta Rupa Vishishta then will be the meaning. So Rakta Rupa color Vishishta is what? Pushpa. Rupa Vishishta. And after that if I add Tva, what should be the meaning? Rakta Rupa. So from all this a general rule was prepared that when an abstract suffix is added to Vishishta, the meaning should be Visheshana. Vishishtat bhava pratyaya Visheshanam avidhatte. So bhava pratyaya, the abstract suffix, will express, avidhatte, will denote, will connote Visheshana, will tell you Visheshana. So, Kundalinam Pashya, if I say, look at person who has got Kundala. So, Kundalitva, what is Kundalitva? Visheshana. So, this is the rule. Therefore, when I say Dhuma Vatva, then this is Dhuma Vat Vishishta, and then Tva is added, it will mean Visheshana. So Dhuma Vatva is nothing but Vidhuma. Prameyatva, I can also write Prameyatva Vatvat. What will mean? Prameyatva. So you will also find Prameyatvat also is written sometimes. Similarly, sometimes written Dhumat, sometimes Dhumavatvat. Same thing. In reading, so don't get confused. The sir was telling Dhumavatvat, it is here Dhumat. So I told you the technique now. Dhuma is nothing but, because I told you no, that from dharma, you are from one dharma, you are inferring another dharma or paksha. In inference, from one dharma, is that so? Convert it. Parvata. One dharma is Dhuma. Any doubt? Dhuma is a dharma of Parvata. This dharma also is a Visheshana. You see? That Parvata can be distinguished from another Parvata on the basis of Dhuma. So I can say this mountain has a smoke. This is different from the mountain which does not have a smoke. So one mountain can be distinguished from another mountain on the basis of Dhuma. One flower can be distinguished from another flower on the basis of color. The same way, so color is Visheshana, qualification, same is the qualification of this. So it is dharma. So dharma is Visheshana. So from knowledge of Dhuma, we are going to have knowledge of Vani. This is also dharma Parvata, no? Then this is what? Dharmi. That's all. Paksha, correct? Paksha. So Paksha is Dharmi. Dharmi anumiyate. So this dharmi is going to be inferred. Dharma vishishta dharmi I anuma. Unless you read this like this, you will not understand any discourse. You cannot understand Shankara Bhashya. You cannot understand Madhusudana Saraswati. You cannot understand Rasungadhara. No, but I want to, the Madhva and this, So, Nyayamrita. Nyayamrite irjita kirti vinashta tarkatandave. All the fame I earned by writing Nyayamrita, lost everything when I wrote Tarkatandam. When you remove your emotion, you enjoy. Any darshana you enjoy. But you cannot enjoy if you are emotionally charged. So, for enjoyment at least, I am not asking you to give it up. But I am also telling you a method of enjoyment. I believe, I too much believe in Bhakti Marga. Too much. So Chaitanya, my family tradition is a Chaitanya tradition. My father, everybody. So Bhakti Marga we enjoy. But when in Nayayika, and I find things some point of interesting point where there can be some criticism, I criticize and enjoy. No problem. It should not go on adding your emotions. Or kattar bano. No. Keep it free. So, small things I am telling you. Sometimes you find dhumat, parvataha vanniman, dhumat. What does it mean? Dhumavatvat. Because when I say parvataha, I am describing parvata, no? Parvataha vanniman. I am describing dharmi. So dhumavat is what? Parvata. Which possesses parvata? Because parvata has smoke. Parvata has fire because parvata has smoke. So I am looking at parvata only, no? So I should conclude that. So dhuma vatva of parvata is what? Dhuma. Dhumavat, yes. Parvata is dhumavat. Possesses dhuma. Agni in parvata. Banni and Bagni, Anni, they are synonymous. So sometimes Banni you use, sometimes Agni you use, sometimes Hutashana you use. Many synonyms are there. Enjoying or not. Not just to satisfy me, say yes. Tell the truth. I am just pointing out methods. So either when I have used a Hetu, and if you want to refute my claim, what should you do? So he will be trying to point out that my Hetu does not have Vyapti. That's all. Only job is left with you. But the claim that I am making on some ground, Hetu, and I claim that there is a Vyapti. If you do not agree to my conclusion, then what should you do? Should you take a stick in your hand and break my head? That is not the method of India. This is not the method of India. Indian method is to point out dosha in hetu. Those people may be given a course on foundation course in Indian logic and epistemology, not for 10 days, but at least for 10 months. They will give up. Are you ready to give? Call them. First thing I am going to ask, why are you doing this? So he will give some ground or not. So Hetu I will get. Sadhya I will get from him. Hetu also I will get from him. And then I will point out whether the Hetu has got Vyapti or not. These are all misled, no? Mad. Blind, closing eyes. Someone has told them, okay, do this, straight away. So, we are learning this now. I will read out the passage again and see whether you have followed. Lingam trividham अन्वय व्यतिरेकी केवल अन्वयी केवल व्यतिरेकी च. Clear? अन्वयेन व्यतिरेकेन च व्याप्तिमत अन्वय व्यतिरेकी, which will satisfy both the vyapti, अन्वय vyapti and व्यतिरेक vyapti. First category. Yatha Vanho sadhye, when the sadhya is Vanni, Parvata Vanniman. Here sadhya is Vanni. So when the Vanni is the sadhya and Hetu is Dhuma. So Dhuma is Anvaya Vyatireki Hetu. Correct? And he is demonstrating, showing that. Yatra Dhumaha Tatra Agnihi Yatha Mahanasaha iti Anvaya Vyapti. Correct? Yatra Vanhir Nasti Sadhyam Nasti. Tatra Dhumopi Nasti Yatha Mahahradaha iti Vyatireka Vyapti. So how is, in which category you will put Dhuma? Anvaya Vyatireki. So you will classify Hetu as Anvaya Vyatireki, a Hetu which satisfies both the concomitants, positive and negative. Okay, next. Anvaya Matra only. Anvaya Matra Vyaptikam Kevala Anvayi. A Hetu, everywhere Hetu is all description of Hetu. Hetu has another name, Linga. So Linga and Hetu same thing. So Anvaya Matra Vyaptikam Kevala Anvayi. So a Hetu which can entertain only Anvaya Vyapti implies which does not have Vyatireka Vyapti. Such a Hetu will be called Kevala Anvayi. Yatha Ghataha Abhideyaha Prameyatvat. So I can also write Prameyatva Vatvat. Right? Patavat. So you can see you have Udaharana, different from Paksha. You have to give example different from Paksha. Atra Prameyatva Avidheyatvayoho. It is Shashti Dvivachana. प्रमेयत्व अविधेयत्वयोः व्यतिरेक व्याप्तिर्नास्ति. I cannot say yatra avidheyatvam nasti tatra prameyatvam nasti. I cannot say. Because why? Sarvasyapi prameyatvat. Whole universe is prameya. I do not have an example. Avidheyatvacha. So every entire world is both prameya and avidheya. So avidheyatva also exists and prameyatva also exists everywhere. So I do not have an example to demonstrate vyatireka vyapti. So second category of linga. Third category of vyatireka matra vyaptikam kevala vyatireki. Such a hetu, such a linga which can entertain only vyatireka vyapti and cannot entertain anvaya vyapti is kevala vyatireki. Yatha prithvi itirebhyo vidyate gandhavatvat. So the earth is different from non-earth because it has a smell. Yad itirebhya na vidyate na tat gandhavat. So only vyatireka is possible. So yatra sadhyam nasti tatra hetu nasti. Yatra bheda nasti tatra gandha nasti. True, it is true. Yatha jalam. Nacha iyam tatha. This Prithvi is not like that. Because you have been taught Panchavaya, no? 5 sentences. So now, this is Paramarsha. Upanaya Vakya. Nacha iyam tatha. Tasmat na tatha. So, atra yad gandhavat tad itara bhinnam. So, yatra gandha tatra itara bheda anvaya is not possible. Example is not there. So, gandhavat tat itara bhinnam iti anvaya drishtanta means example. Okay? Drishtantah nasti. Example is not there. Why not there? Prithvi matras paksha. Matra here means entire. So matra shabda sometimes means only, sometimes will mean entire. Here it means entire. So entire paksha, entire Prithvi is paksha. And you will have to give example other than paksha. You do not have. Because gandha does not exist anywhere other than Prithvi. Pakshatvat. I hope it is clear. So, learning Sanskrit, yes. Yeah. Now the ICPR has requested me to prepare 5-level course to teach Sanskrit. Indian Council of Philosophical Research, Government of India, for philosophy students. That was my proposal. I proposed that Indian philosophy cannot be studied without knowing Sanskrit. Only from secondary sources you read and understand. This is not learning philosophy. So, let us teach the learners Sanskrit language. And after so many years now, they have requested me to prepare a syllabus of 5 levels. And so I have every reason to be happy. Ultimately, the good sense dawned upon them. And so by May end, I will have to submit the syllabus. So you are learning Sanskrit also, no? My method will be to teach Sanskrit not by teaching grammar, teaching this. So teach this and simultaneously teach language. Otherwise, spent 13 years for learning Vyakarana, then 5 years for learning Nyaya, then 5 years for learning Mimamsa, and then, sir, you are telling my heart. I have been telling this for last 30, 40 years. You take a decision, I offer my service. I will come and teach in engineering college. Take a decision, sir. You make a proposal and see what happens. You program.